Hello and welcome to Cryptonaut Podcast. My name is Mark Storrs, and hanging out with me, as always, is
Uncle Bobby.
Uncle Bobby, what up? And
The Chris.
We're back. We're doing it. We're here in studio, hanging out. It's still light out. How cool is that?
Oh, yeah.
It
And
is.
according to my clock here at 7:21 p.m., I'm happy. You know why?
Why?
Because the summer's around the corner, which is good time summer fun boy Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Taking care of the yard. Cut the yard twice this week.
Wow.
Had a lot
Twice?
I had to listen to podcasts, and it was all fucked up.
You
I'm
got
like,
to do
so
some
I'm
work.
gonna
It's some alone time where you're just taking that quarter inch off the top.
pretty much, yeah. It's doing a lot of burning cardboard and whatnot, taking care of the yard, getting ready for the pool. Summer's around the corner. Things are happening. Things are fun. This week, not so much fun. A little scary. This could be a little scary. This could be a little
It's
creepy.
a little weird, a little creep.
All right.
All right, well, this actually kind of freaks me out here, but we got Creepy Kid Tales Volume 1.
Volume 1.
Now, with our volumes, this isn't a part. This is a volume. So
It's
this
exactly
is just like, okay.
So there will be other iterations, other continuations. Volume 2 will happen at some point down the road, but it's not a part 1, part 2. So this is, because these are non-sequential, this is just a random collection. Sometimes I keep collecting stories that I want to use, and I'm like, I don't have a context for this. And then suddenly I get enough crazy stories. I'm like, oh, I've got a fucking theme. In this case, it just happens to be creepy kids. Sometimes it's batshit crazy cryptids. Who the fuck knows? So this is just a sort of random collection of things kids have done and experienced, and other times people that have experienced crazy shit with kids that, you know, are of a paranormal nature. Let's put it that way.
Oh,
Okay.
man. All right. Well, let's get started with, though our culture brands most children as happy-go-lucky, wide-eyed avatars of carefree joy, those who spend any real time with youngsters know that kids can also be complex, confused, and creepy as fuck.
Facts.
Here we have an array of anomalous accounts involving children, both living, dead, and likely interdimensional, who definitely dwell on the dark side of reality's spectrum.
Some eerie shit.
Dude, kids, I love my kids. They're not creepy, but I've met other kids that are creepy, and a creepy kid's a whole different vibe.
It really is.
Because you're like, man, you're like 7, but wow, you're fucking freaking me out. Like, you're making me nervous. I'm scared. You look like a possum. You got these eyes. You're just kind of giving, you're like, oh, it's
Wow.
weird, dude. I met a lot. I
They
said,
physically look like an opossum?
yeah, like when their eyes get those weird possum eyes, and you're like, I want to hang, but I'm afraid you're gonna like fucking kill me or some shit. Like,
Wow.
you're freaking me the fuck out, kid. Like,
All right.
going to the playground would happen constantly. It's a playground, your kid's hanging out. Yeah, some kid wanders up, and you're like, shit,
Yeah.
not you. You're scary. And
Not
someone,
you. The specter.
yeah, dude. Like, I mean, Jesus loves you, and hopefully your mom does too. But my God, oh, you're scaring me.
Wow.
That's
All right.
fair.
Make me nervous.
I mean, we've all met some creepers.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
man. Well, let's meet some more creepy
I mean,
kids in Volume 1.
In the realm of the paranormal, it's often been said that children see the world through innocent eyes and process those images in a brain untouched by the cynicism that claims so many as they grow up. As such, or so the theory goes, they're able to see and thereby interact with entities and spheres of existence that the jaded minds of most adults can barely fathom. Though the idea is scoffed at in mainstream academia, in many parapsychological circles it is considered a truism that children are more easily able to receive psychic impulses or perceive the lingering presence of not just the dead, but things that, as far as we know, have never existed.
Nah, the damn kids being able to talk to the dead.
Our first series of encounters comes to us from a woman who posted to BuzzFeed, the only source for paranormal news, I'm here to tell you,
Yep.
under the nom de plume Mushroom Gorge. I don't even want to get into that.
Okay, cool.
You know, what the hell? The witness claimed that when she was in high school, she worked part-time at a local gym that offered gymnastics classes. It was there that the kids under her care began noticing something peculiar. MG offers the account in her own words. In high school, the place I worked was basically a giant gym. The gymnastics classes were also held there. One day I came in and a girl I worked with was freaked out. During the gymnastic class she taught, one of the kids was staring up at the ceiling. When she asked the kid what she was doing, he said, there's a little boy up there,
Kick that kid out of the class immediately.
and pointed to the ceiling.
Yep, get him out.
Get him out.
Nope, no more.
No, you're not wanted here.
Yeah.
No, you don't get to go on the trampoline, Tommy.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you see dead people.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Scoot.
Yep.
Agreeing that it was odd, MG put the strange story out of her mind and continued working. The day progressed normally, that is, until she was approached by a pair of coworkers who came out of the gym. The two looked uneasy, and when MG asked what was up, they told her that a pair of 5-year-old twins that they'd been caring for kept going down the slide, then pausing to stare up at the ceiling. Though they were clearly seeing something, the workers could spy nothing out of the ordinary. This process repeated itself so many times that her fellow employees had become unnerved. MG was perplexed. Taken individually, these accounts were weird but not particularly disturbing. But taken together, one had to wonder what was up with the gym ceiling.
It's a goddamn
Right.
portal. It's a cursed portal to hell.
True.
I mean, maybe just a ghost hanging out in the ceiling.
A portal to hell. Irrefutable proof portal to hell. And those kids that see it, kick them out.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry.
You have
Go to a different gym.
you have a hot take on this. and it's-
As a parent, I sure shit do.
fair enough.
It's called parenting. You see the dead, get out.
Wow. What if it's your kid?
Get out. Sorry.
Wow.
Rules across the board. Get out. You're done. Charlie, leave. Evelyn, you can stay.
Wow. Wow. All right.
Little orphan Charlie
So sad.
Ain't so little. I tell you.
saw the dad.
Yeah, there you go.
Again, this might have all been forgotten by the next day, if not for MG's final run-in with this seemingly inexplicable ceiling dweller. She wrote, "Later that same day at a party, I was working in the gym. I pushed a little boy on the giant swing we had. He too began to stare at the ceiling. Then he said directly to my face, 'Hey, there's a little boy up there.'"
And at what point do you not look? Where you're like, I'm just gonna go on.
Oh, no,
with my
you
day?
gotta look. You're looking all the time. And is it like one of those like old school, like high gym ceilings with like metal girders?
That's what I pictured.
Kind of what
in
I'm
my head.
picturing. Yeah.
In which case, it might be just a kid that's scared as fuck.
I was
stuck
that's
up
what I,
there.
yeah, I was thinking that maybe there actually is a kid up there just climbed to be a dink, and now he's fucking stuck.
That's what kids do
That,
too.
yeah, well, yeah, you're a little kid. Hey, Billy dared to climb to the fucking rafters. Billy climbed the fucking rafters, now he's stuck.
Yeah.
I remember in
For years.
in Casey Park when they would have us do the,
Eternal.
they had us do the rope. I remember a kid in Casey Park climbing the rope all the way to the top and just kind of hanging out in the ceiling, and Mr. Butcher freaking out.
Oh, yeah.
Being like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm hanging out in the ceiling." So I guess I did experience this.
Some kids are fearless and athletic. That's a combination that's dangerous when you don't have the wisdom to
The kid
accompany
climbed
that.
back down was good to go, man.
Sure, but
Yeah.
he might not have.
It's true.
And less good to go, he might have been.
Mr. Butcher was beat red.
Oh, I think of the insurance claims.
Oh,
Think of
God.
if that shit happened on his watch.
Imagine the paperwork.
That's oh
Right.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh God.
So anyway, little boy
There you go.
up the rafters. That was the final straw. Crazy as their secondhand accounts may have been, the young employees decided to take their concerns to the manager. Quote, "We all told our manager about 3 separate experiences. So the next day, when we had downtime between parties, our manager checked out the cameras. He called us in to look at a live stream of the security footage, which showed the giant swing going back and forth in the gym. There was nobody there." So proof that there's a breeze or that something paranormal is going on. But anyway, I can't say it's corroboration, but it's an interesting additional fact.
Again, portal to hell.
Maybe not. Chris's
swing to
more
hell?
conservative take might have been a little more where I'm heading. I mean, why does it have to be hell? Why does this kid have to be a demon?
Why in the ceiling?
Why the ceiling? Have you ever known a gate of hell to be on the ceiling? Has Lucio Fulci ever put a gate of hell on a ceiling?
I like how you guys are just looking at me. It's great. Why, Mark?
Why?
Because why not?
Fair enough.
Occam's razor.
Wow. You're never going to stop using that.
I love it.
Never.
Just to see the bewilderment in Chris's face, like, Mark is so dumb. Why, Mark? Why?
God bless. Disturbing.
I know your tricks.
God damn it. Disturbing, though, the thought of a gravity-defying entity that resembled a little boy who evidently lived on the ceiling and could only be seen by other kids might be, MG decided to take it on a positive note, writing, "I like to think that it was a little ghost boy who truly just wanted to play and finally got to go on the swing when everybody was gone." So that's her take.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's not bad. You know, I mean,
it's not a portal to hell.
it's not a portal to hell.
No.
I still kick those kids out that see them, though. But whatever. All right. Well, yeah, you know what? Maybe, I like how she takes a positive approach with this.
Absolutely.
The kid died in the ceiling. Tragic as that might be.
Well,
he
if
finally got to play.
If you plummet from a gym ceiling and die, which could very well happen, it's tall. Does your ghost resurrect on the ceiling?
Yes.
Like,
are you?
Yeah.
Do you go to the
Who
very
knows?
last place you were before you died, which of course would be the hardwood floor,
Yeah, not the ceiling.
or do you haunt the stretch of space between the floor and the ceiling, and you can just go up and down,
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
he's in the ceiling, but then he's on the swinging. Or like you said,
or he's on the ceiling moving the rope, wishing he could swing,
oh no, the torment of the dead.
stuck on the ceiling anyway.
Yeah.
Dead on the ceiling is not a good look. It's not a good place to be.
Dead on the Ceiling's a cool song.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
If Lionel Richie sings it.
Yeah.
Oh, what a feeling
Oh, what a feeling.
when you're dead on the ceiling.
Yeah, dude.
God damn it.
Nice.
Okay. Our next account also comes to us from BuzzFeed. Again, the eternal arbiter of the paranormal.
I love it.
Specifically, Madison McGee's 2012 article, A Child Who Told His Teacher He Saw Baby Ghosts and 16 Other Nightmare-Inducing Things Kids Have Said. Now, I know we've discussed it maybe on a Patreon once a long time ago, creepy shit kids have said, but some of these actually include kind of accounts. So we're going with it.
Okay.
All right.
This case deals with a mother of two who is confronted by the sight of her daughter also interacting with an eerie ceiling lurker. Quote, I had my 4-year-old daughter and 7-year-old son sleeping in my bed after a Friday movie night and was startled awake in the middle of the night. I heard my daughter laughing loudly, and when I turned over to quiet her down, I was horrified to see her laying on her back, eyes wide open, pointing up at the ceiling. She let out a couple of bursts of hysterical laughter, then gleefully exclaimed, Him have eyes.
No.
Come on.
Well,
Come on.
You gotta find a new home for that baby.
Before
the fireman gonna take it?
I mean, she's 4. I mean,
You can start over. You can start again.
Before lowering her arm and promptly falling back asleep. I lay awake staring at the ceiling for at least an hour.
I mean, yeah.
How do you not?
Of course, at least
Yeah.
an hour.
God.
Oh,
boy.
him have eyes. As if like she's seen other things up there that didn't have eyes.
Yeah.
And she's all excited because her new
How many
ceiling buddy.
eyes are there?
Yeah.
Maybe a lot. Maybe when you note the eyes as a small child, it's like a spider baby
Did she start singing 20 Eyes? Oh, because she's a cool kid.
in my head. Yeah.
If she sings
Probably
that
not.
song, you keep her.
Oh, yeah.
She does.
Is that the Redeemer?
Yeah, it is. If not,
Out on the lawn until you sing Misfits.
to the fire department with you.
Ha!
There you go.
Another account from the same article proves that kids don't just see scary things, but according to one parent, can sometimes be hurt by these nefarious ceiling dwellers. Apparently, I didn't even realize I was going to make ceiling a theme.
I thought that was your
That's
theme.
a sub-theme.
Oh.
It's just creepy kids that fucking kids do. Don't expect ceiling in every case.
Did you pull a mark with this one?
No.
The famous ceilings.
Oh, yeah. I guess I did
You
because
didn't-
there was
you
an
didn't know the
accidental
theme, yeah.
theme that I didn't mean. No, yeah, you're right. You're right. The theme was science.
I mean, listen, if you're not following my themes over at patreon.com/Cryptonaut podcast, you're missing out.
Oh, you
'Cause
are missing
boy,
out.
are they occasionally
Because
dog shit.
They are layered and nuanced.
Yeah.
This man comes up with themes within themes.
Oh.
It's amazing.
Like ghosts.
Ghosts. I know. The theme is the paranormal.
No, my favorite was, as I quoted
that's
earlier,
great.
science.
Yeah, dude, science.
Today's theme, science.
Oh, that one never got released because Riverside fucked us. But yeah, science
oh,
was
that's
my
right.
theme.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck
science.
you, Riverside.
Yeah, it's okay.
But thanks for all the good work you do, too.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. So, bad shit, ceiling shit. Quote, we were at our friend's home, and it hadn't been very long since they had moved in. While moving, they found a creepy dollhouse in the attic. Nothing too crazy, just kind of weird. During our stay, my 2-year-old daughter fell out of bed. The next morning, my husband jokingly asked her, "Did mommy push you out of bed?" She matter-of-factly said no. The monster pulled me out of bed.
Oh.
After a beat, my husband asked her what the monster's name was. She calmly said, Timothy.
Oh, the worst. When it has a normal name.
Oh, I know. I know. You know, you expect if it's like something ancient and Norse, you're like, all right, at least it's an old god. It's Lovecraftian nightmare.
I think it was Belphegor, Dad.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
You're like, all right, we can deal with like Timothy. You're like, damn it, this is a whole new realm now.
Damn it. And this is just ordinary, but a terrible monster.
Okay, yeah, bad.
We do not know a Timothy and don't know where she would have heard the name. I mean, that could have been TV. That's not so mysterious. She also looked to the ceiling when she said it.
Ah, the ceiling dwellers.
Right.
Sub-theme. Unintentional.
No.
Sub-theme.
3 for 3 with ceilings.
Creepy Shit in the Ceiling by Rob Morphy.
I assure you it's over.
Ah, damn it. Okay.
I mean, there's other ceiling experiences, just not today.
Okay.
Again, from the article is the story of a little girl whose experience with the supposed dead went from sweet to sinister in the blink of an eye.
Oh, boy.
When my daughter was about 2.5, we moved into an old home that was used for the help of the owners of a mansion next door. So I'm assuming an old estate.
Yeah.
It used to be, you know, servants' quarters, normal, and then it's broken up into apartments or rental houses.
Yeah, which is actually, we have that around here.
Tons of it. We have huge estates on South Street.
On South Street, yeah. There's tons
of our town, and they're in big, beautiful homes. And one of them is occupied by like the warden of the town prison and a few other things, but most of them have been broken up into various apartments.
I think one of them now is like an Airbnb that the bass player from Tesla owns, right?
I've heard something like that.
Is that the Castle place in Owasco?
I think so. No, that one was different.
Oh, no, he bought the one on North
I think
Street?
it was on South Street he bought it. I just happened to, they're like, yeah, bass player from Tesla opened an Airbnb. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, dope.
Yeah, I'm down.
Sure.
I mean,
I don't know why you vacation here, but yeah.
Hey, whatever. I'm all about it, man. So
a lot of wineries, a lot of lakes.
Yes,
true.
A lot of parks.
A lot of good breweries here now, too.
It's true.
Yeah, Auburn has upped its fucking pedigree.
Yeah.
We got good summer theater.
Walmart.
Yeah, we got a Walmart.
And a GameStop.
Yeah.
What up, Dan? It's my boy from fucking GameStop.
Burger King.
Yeah, Burger King.
Oh, shit,
King
yeah.
of burgers.
That slaps.
Yeah.
All right. So, they live in the tiny house next to the mansion next door. We were getting in the car one day when she looks over in the neighbor's yard and yells, "Hi," while waving. I looked over and saw no one there, so I asked whom she was waving at. She said, "The boys picking apples." There was one tree, but it wasn't an apple tree, nor was there anyone there. But she kept insisting they were. I met the person who lived in that house and asked her if she had any sons. She said no, so I told her the story of what had happened. She said, "That's strange. We just had an apple tree cut down that had been there for over 100 years. The waving at the invisible pickers happened a few more times after. In the same house, my daughter said that there was a family living there with us, parents and their daughter. They said that they had died in a car accident. At dinner one night, she said, "They're right there. Don't you see them?" while pointing at nothing in the kitchen. I played along with it, but before long, my daughter would say she was playing with the little girl of the family. My daughter said her name was Izzy. Izzy would ride with us in the car and play with my daughter when we were at home. Ballsy for her to get in her car after what happened.
Yeah, really. Why would you?
I mean, you're a ghost, so I guess you're invulnerable if you realize you're a ghost.
Yeah.
Ghosts can go in cars?
Why not?
I guess.
True. Yeah,
If they can be on ceilings, they can be in cars.
Yeah, if you're at that point, all bets are off. Really, you can just do whatever the fuck you want. Okay, weird, man.
Yeah. It would be soon after, however, that things took an ominous twist, one which would compel the family to find a new home. Quote, "What made me move was when one night my daughter was in the bathtub and let out a terrifying scream. I had just gone to grab her a towel. I ran in and asked her what was wrong, and she said, 'The mean man sitting on the floor is watching me take a bath and is making a mean face while pointing at nothing.'"
Oh, man, as a parent, that's a lot.
That's a lot. There's a lot of levels of fucking nope to that.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of fucking
Get the fuck out.
Do they have like sage
little
guns?
Girls. Yeah, I know exactly.
Is there a gun with sage or one like shoots crosses?
Like a sage bomb.
Oh,
yeah, a sage
like
grenade.
a bug bomb. That would make sense.
Yeah,
like fucking tent your house and sage bomb it to get rid of the fucking specters.
I need like the double 6-shooters that shoot crucifixes.
Oh yeah,
and the fucking the holy water bullets. Yeah.
Squirt gun,
and sage and salt.
And sage
a squirt gun full of holy water is the easiest. Yeah, and then salt the fuck out of everything.
Yeah, but I want to like ruin the house.
Well, you can vacuum up the salt.
Yeah.
No,
You don't go
you gotta
crazy
repaint,
with the
dude.
squirt
I want
gun.
to
Repaint.
ruin the house. I want to just bah, 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 just blowing them away.
Oh, I thought you were.
Shooting
I thought you wanted to
ghosts.
relive in that house. Once you get rid of all the
That house is
ghosts,
getting burnt to the ground.
then there's no point in doing that
Yeah,
because no
then
one's going to
right.
live there.
Dude, principle.
Oh, Jesus.
The house burns, the ghost dies.
Wow. Stand your ground, burn your house.
That's right.
You're
Mark
not
Storr
standing your
story.
ground. You're leaving the ground and bombing your house.
Fair.
Carpet bombing it. Yeah. All right. Fair. Fair, man. It happens.
But yeah, no, a sage gun would be dope.
Yeah, dude. Sage.
Absolutely. From that point on, she wouldn't even walk past the bedroom without looking inside to see if the mean man, as she called him, was there. This made nighttime potty training virtually impossible. We lived there about a year and a half and then moved. End quote. So that's that story, but that sucks. You're a creeper. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, man. That's definitely that poor kid. Jesus Christ.
McGee also reported an account from a woman named Emmy Dunn, who had a terrifying experience while spending the night in her sister's home. She wrote, "A few months ago, I was staying at my sister's house. The first night there, I woke up in the middle of the night because I felt like I couldn't breathe. It was like something was blocking my mouth. Once I was finally fully awake, it subsided and I was able to fall back asleep. The next morning, I went into the dining room for breakfast, and my 7-year-old nephew says, 'Hey, Auntie, who was that little boy who went into your room last night?' No doubt equally perturbed and perplexed, Emmy asked her nephew, 'What boy?' To which he chillingly replied, 'The boy with no eyes.'"
Oh, man.
And I include that mostly as a counterpoint to the thing that had eyes.
Okay,
and
cool.
was spectacular.
A sub-theme within a
Sub-theme.
sub-theme.
So
ceilings, eyes,
sub-
lack of eyes.
Sub-theme is ceiling.
Opposites.
Sub eyes is the opposite of ocular
Does the
activity.
Does the
Right.
ceiling have eyes?
That could, if this were a
Ooh.
Patreon, that would probably be the title.
What? The ceiling
The
has
ceiling
eyes.
has eyes.
Ceiling
It's the
has
sequel
eyes.
to Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, dude. On
Except
the
when
sound-
it doesn't, in parentheses.
Dude, on the soundtrack, Chris's favorite song ever.
What?
What? Oh, shut up.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, shut up. I had to
Eyes
think about
without a face.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's a jam, dude.
I mean, the original French movie is excellent.
It's a jam, though.
It's not my favorite Billy Idol.
Really?
it. It's not even
No, not
remotely.
even
Okay, I don't know.
close.
It's pretty good. It's fun. I enjoy it. It's
I
creepy.
mean, you do know White Wedding, right?
Yeah, of course I know
Rebel
White
Yell,
Wedding. How dare you?
Dancing with Myself.
Oh,
All
man.
better.
Yeah, every
By
one of them.
leaps and bounds.
I do like that song.
In
though.
all fairness, I'm gonna say her point because if she was here, she would be racing to your defense. That is Peyton's favorite Billy Idol song.
Really? Okay, good.
Yeah, she loves
Good.
that shit.
I know.
Well,
I
there you
don't
go.
get it.
Eyes
No.
without a face, dog. Eyes without a face going to a boy without a face. I mean, no, boy without eyes.
Yeah.
He has a face, but he has no eyes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We've definitely dealt with faceless fiends
Yep.
in the
We
past,
have,
and we
yeah.
will
Blocks
again.
mouths.
I'm collecting a whole new series of faceless fucks.
Clearly.
Really?
Yep. But
Is it gonna be called
getting back on
Faceless, faceless
point.
fucks?
Yeah, probably
well, that's
not.
not going to be it.
No.
Called the faceless fucks.
I mean,
The
maybe.
fuckless faces.
Oh God, who knows? I
Yeah.
mean, they might have a very rich sex life. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, we just can't call it that.
Getting
No,
back to
it's-
the story.
yeah, iTunes is not
Yeah.
gonna have that shit.
Nope.
No.
But not all stories involve late night attacks or elderly perverts. In our next case, a child from an unknown realm may well have saved the lives of a father and his children. According to the children's uncle, who was posting under the name of Keat Home 2010, his brother-in-law had packed his toddler and infant daughters into the car when he discovered something was missing. Quote, "When my niece was about 2.5, she told her dad on the way to daycare that they forgot the diaper bag for her sister, who was about 6 months old." End quote. Almost certainly frustrated and peeved at the prospect of being late for work, the father pulled out of traffic, turned around, and went home to grab the essential bag. His brother-in-law continued the story. On the way back to daycare, there was a fatal accident involving both the cars that were originally ahead of and behind him. Stunned, the father turned to his eldest daughter and inquired how it was that she remembered to get the bag, a move that had undoubtedly saved them from severe trauma or perhaps even death. Her reply was as simple as it was haunting. "The little girl in the front seat told me." Needless to say, the seat was empty, but whatever was occupying it was clearly looking out for the family's well-being. Or just noticed that the bag was missing. It was like, oh, shit, you
Yeah,
forgot
right.
the bag.
Yeah.
And it happened to be a really happy accident.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a ghost, so you kind of have to go with, excuse me, you kind of have to go with her being like, I must save the family because I was not saved.
Maybe.
You know, like not a vengeful spirit, but like a helpful spirit.
Maybe.
Sure, but that implies they like ghosts can like do time stuff.
You're right, it does. Yeah, how do you do that, Rob?
Prognosticate the future?
Yeah, you're the demonologist.
I'll tell you why. And I'm going to accept that. You know what? I'm just going to accept that
I
now.
think it's fucking phenomenal.
Clearly I am. What if it was the tragic death of another child in a car accident? Or maybe, let me go on a fucking chronological limb here. One of the children that died in that accident that happened, assuming there were children who died, and they were in the immediate moment or the moments before they died, the ghost from the future dead child was coming back to save two children.
Oh, the ghost of the future dead children.
No,
ghost,
sure, but that
the
still
ghost of
doesn't
the future
explain
dead.
how.
It's still time
why?
travel though.
Because, and this is rarely known, and I'm only kind of making this up. Within 15 minutes of your own death, you can travel in time.
oh, you
Anywhere you
get
want.
a 15-minute back and forth.
But then you have to go right back to your
Cool.
corpse and go,
I feel like
oh
that's
shit,
more
I'm
than
dead.
kind of.
Yeah. So 15
It's a
minutes.
good rule, but
Yeah.
a little more than kind of. Maybe.
Looking forward to that 15 minutes back and forth. It's gonna be real cool.
Yeah, you can meet Monet. You can do whatever the fuck you
15
want.
minutes.
But you
huh?
get 15 minutes. though.
High five Jesus.
15
Fucking
minutes.
touch a dinosaur. Whatever the fuck you want. You got
Oh,
15
dude,
minutes.
Ride a dino.
Anything.
Oh, you can go anywhere in time for 15 minutes.
And
is
you
what you're
can
saying.
keep jumping until like 14:59. Then you got to get
Ooh.
you
You
get
just
sucked
have
right
15
back.
minutes to go anywhere.
15 minutes to go
I'm
anywhere.
going to fucking ground round, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Really?
Yeah, dude, ground
Why, though?
round.
Oh my
Like,
god. I mean,
Haven't
it was
been there.
it was a fun restaurant. They played cartoons
the
on a
chicken
big
wings
screen.
were good, man. I remember the chicken wings. I was a kid. I loved
I
chicken
hated
wings.
going to the ground.
The food
round.
was
It
bad. The burgers
dark,
were burnt.
depressing.
It was like an episode of Barney Miller, but you were living
yeah,
it.
it was awful.
Do you remember the guy that like dressed up as the clown?
Yes.
I met that dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
in a weird Roman
No,
bath.
no, he was super cool. He just like, yeah, I used to work there. I was the ground round clown. He was like, yeah, that's what he did like as a kid. Like I was like an 18-year-old kid and I was there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for
I
him.
hated it. It
And I was like,
just-
I remember.
I didn't
being
hate
there,
it like
but-
Chris. I didn't love it like you. I certainly wouldn't use my 15-minute time pass to go to the fucking
Yeah.
round.
Okay.
I mean,
I was
there's like McDonald's filet of fishes to be had, and you want to go to the ground round.
okay. Good point. Fine. Taco Village.
I mean, but you wouldn't use your time pass for that either.
Going to
Because you can
Taco
get a
I would
plate
not
of
go to
fish.
food. There's no,
Yeah.
Don't just make me sad. I'm a ghost. I can't eat food anymore. Why the fuck would I go to a food
Exactly.
place?
You,
That's
and you'd
true.
want to do all the things you couldn't possibly do in life, wouldn't you? And meet the people,
You only
or
got-
even
you only
spend
got 15
spend some time
minutes.
with another dead loved one. But then again, you could probably do that in the afterlife if
yeah.
you're lucky.
No, I only got 15 minutes.
I
I'll
know.
see you on the other side.
You could
back.
meet the Buddha. Fucking, I don't know. Fucking
Yeah,
dance
I
with
would.
Gandhi.
I watched like 5 minutes of fucking Dio and Rainbow from like 1973.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
I'd go to 1988, watch 5 minutes of
Sweet.
Halloween from Monsters Rock.
Yeah.
Then I'd go.
Dude, I would
Follow
go-
your heart.
I would go see early Slayer.
There you go.
That'd be
I tried to
cool.
find if actual Jesus existed or not.
Sure.
What the fuck am
Spend
I saying?
5
I would go see
minutes.
the Misfits. I would spend all 15 minutes with Glenn Danzig and the Misfits.
All right. At least
That's
there
it.
you go. That's
Yeah.
gold.
You don't want to watch Jesus dupe people?
Nope, wouldn't even.
with Haddock?
Glenn Danzig is
Do you know
my
how
last-
pissed you'd be?
do people.
13 minutes in the ground round eating, and you're like, oh,
Fuck
fuck.
Glenn Danzig shit.
2
Yeah,
minutes
what am
of
I talking
Misfits.
about?
That's all
I
I
know.
Oh,
get.
I missed out. It's Sam Hain. I still like them. They're cool, but I really wanted to see the Misfits.
Yeah.
Live in
Right.
Gray Hall in Detroit. God
All right.
damn it.
On the Static Age tour?
I don't think there was a Static Age tour at all, man.
There's no way they played show. They had to have played shows when they just had
played
that
like
record.
Max's Kansas City and
Yeah,
shit like
clubs
that, like,
and shit.
early
Yeah, of course they
on,
played
but
clubs.
There's a whole
Before
thing
they had-
about Static Age.
Did they ever play The Lost Horizon in the day?
No.
That you know of?
Not that I know of.
Black Flag did.
Nah, that's dope.
I don't know if the Misfits ever did. I actually think the Misfits played in Ithaca, maybe. I have to look.
Goddamn. So anyway, this mythical
I do.
fucking thing I
okay,
made up.
it's fine.
It's an interesting thought process, but let's get back on point.
Yeah,
this mystical bullshit.
that was
I'm
a mind
weaving.
exercise.
Yep, that's it.
Back
we
to
all
the-
we all get to
Back
play
to
the
the
game.
story. Here we go.
Yes. Next story, actually.
Okay.
In D. Elizabeth's, that's her name, Creepy Things Kids Have Said According to Their Parents article on parents.com, another fantastic resource for the paranormal, I say with no sarcasm whatsoever, we get a couple of intriguing stories of kids seeing things invisible to their parents' eyes. In our first account, a man found his cats inexplicably staring at an empty spot in the room, as cats are wont to do.
Yep.
Being silly, the man asked, "What are you staring at?" That's when his 3-year-old son, who was coloring nearby, piped up and nonchalantly said, "A tiny demon."
Oh, that's
Hold Me Closer.
yeah, that's adorable. Though. A little tiny demon.
This response is bound to send a shudder up the collective spines of pet owners everywhere who've always secretly known the truth. I mean,
Yeah, the cat's
eye.
The only
dude.
reason I include that, cats
Cat's
and
eye.
dogs, you know, when they're staring at things, growling or hissing, or not even that, just really curious about. We can always say, "Oh, bug or spider or something." If it's a dark room, you can attribute it some natural shit. But sometimes it's bright and there's nothing there, but they're looking at something. And animals aren't fucking around because animals don't have any time for deceit or give a shit about fooling you. They're just, and if it's more than one, especially like in this case, 2 cats, they're seeing something we're not seeing.
Yeah, it's true.
And this 3-year-old, who may or may not have that paranatural fucking ability, that power that people attribute to kids to see the unknown that we talked about in the beginning, that I'm still pretty dubious about. I mean, I guess that's because I'm a kid who didn't see shit. Maybe some weird shit in the sky, but not like fucking, I wasn't constantly, but it could be just the person too. Individual people might be more sensitive. I'm not going to dismiss the whole thing. But if kids can see it too, and he's just like fucking, you know, coloring this fucking Barney book or whatever the fuck kids color and saying, oh, tiny demon. That's crazy.
I don't know if that would freak me out. I'd be like, ooh, where? Well, it's tiny. It's a little Pippin demon.
Right.
Tiny doesn't mean it's not full of immense power and
you
evil.
don't know, though. You want to kind of hug it.
You'd want to meet it, mate. Well, maybe not.
Cradle
I don't know. You want to cradle the demon.
Yeah, it's
I
very
don't know, man.
tiny, man. It's cute.
Your rules of engagement are weird.
I like small things. I know, dude. It's weird. I love small little shit.
Yeah, dude, you're kicking kids out of gymnastics left and right for seeing fucking some anomalous shit on the ceiling.
Those kids will grow up to be better adults.
Because they got kicked out by the fucking mean, scared grown up that wants to hug a demon but can't stand a kid on the ceiling.
No, that's how you get the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. By ostracizing.
That's how the Hellfire Club gets formed for you X-Men, Chris Claremont people out there.
Man.
The Brotherhood of Evil Mutants is a way cooler poll, though.
Hello, dear listener. Are you a fan of frightening phantoms? Do you enjoy anthologies of anomalous aliens? Or maybe creepy tales of cryptozoology are your thing? Well, whatever spooky stories you enjoy, you'll find them on the Heebie-Jeebies podcast. Hosted by me, Hebe, every episode will take you through a focal point of fear. From ancient England to modern-day Mexico to the infinite online forums of our internet age. Would you like to hear the tale of a haunted island in Venice? Or an eerie alien emissary with an interest in nuclear technology? Or maybe you're interested in why our modern-day creepypastas aren't all that different to the dark folklore of our ancestors. Join me for all that and more on the Heebie-Jeebies podcast. That's HEBEJEEBIES. Available now wherever you get your podcasts. See you there.
Elizabeth's next case proves that sometimes insidious apparitions don't just defy the laws of gravity, they sometimes shatter the foundational rules of biology. The experiencer, Kelly A., wrote, "My daughter once told me I couldn't sit somewhere because Upside Down was sitting there. I asked her who that was, and she said, my new friend. I found him out in the rain. When I asked her why he was called Upside Down, she answered, he has 2 faces. One is right side up and the other is upside down." The mother was almost certainly amused by her daughter's imagination when the little girl eerily added, "And he doesn't like your energy."
Oh, no.
Okay, that
Mommy
one's a
being
little
real bitch. He doesn't like your energy.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, kid, your mom's energy sucks. And I got 2 faces. That knows that he's like the epitome of suck.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, your mom's blows, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Jesus. Like
That's the worst kind of
guy's
imaginary
face.
friend.
Do you remember the old school skateboard? It was the fucking Vision kickflip or the Vision double flip? It was an old Vision skateboard, and it had the 2 faces. No matter which way you put it, it was always a face like upside down, right side up.
Oh, yeah, Rorschach-y.
That's what this
sorta.
dude's fucking face is.
Fair enough.
Yeah, weird.
It is weird.
And Ma's got whack energy.
But that's also the interesting thing.
Tell Nicole that, like, you got bad energy.
Because what kid is thinking like that? I mean, I don't know how old the daughter is. I don't know if she's 13.
Yeah, I mean,
kid may
yeah, I
have
don't
heard
know.
that though. I mean,
She might have heard it somewhere. Absolutely. I'm not saying that this is evidence of the paranormal. What I'm saying is
I think it might be.
it's indicative of something weirder than just, upside down. Why?
Right.
Because he's got flip-ass faces. Okay. He doesn't care for you. Your fucking energy. You got to
Yeah.
scoot. Don't sit on him for one thing. Maybe that was just pissed he was about to get sat on. I don't
Maybe.
know. But to me, that adds just that other dimension of what the fuck. That
Yeah.
is, I
Yeah,
don't know,
I know.
made it a little intriguing.
Yeah. All right.
Our next account comes to us from, I told you, this is bang bang.
Dude,
Like a
this
lot
is-
of these are just little quickie,
No, it's
fun
cool,
things.
man. It's a fucking creepy ass kids.
I wish I could, that's the other thing. I wish me, I always want to explore. I always want to do deep research. And with these, there's nothing to do because it's just some shit that was posted on BuzzFeed or Reddit or
sure,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
and I'm just
totally.
like, all right, I have to find a way to use it because they're weird and fun.
Yeah.
So here it is.
Well, good use of it, dude.
The Reddit user who calls himself Lemonfly4012, who on August 22nd, 2017 posted, My two-year-old has a motion-censored nightlight in his room. One night he wouldn't fall asleep. He kept talking to someone/something and was playing. He hadn't eaten much for dinner, so I decided to get him a midnight snack. I made him some macaroni and cheese and fed it to him from a bowl as he sat on the couch and watched TV with me. Suddenly the motion light turned on in his room unprovoked. Odd, but whatever. It turned off again and we went back to watching TV. Suddenly my son stops and looks down the dark, empty hall leading to his bedroom. His face lit up and he says, "Hi." He runs up into the darkness and starts babbling to it, talking to it. Then he runs back, grabs his fork, puts some mac and cheese on it, runs back to the darkness and holds his fork up to it like he's trying to feed it.
Oh boy.
He started getting impatient that it, quote unquote, wasn't eating, but kept baby talking it. Finally, he gives up, waves, and says, "Bye-bye," and then goes back to watching TV like nothing happened.
Oh man.
I mean,
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
He's a sweet kid. He's sharing his mac
He's
and
just
cheese.
trying to give whatever demonic, third ring of hell creature is in the fucking hallway. He's trying to give him some mac and cheese.
What would be, like, if this were a skit,
Weird.
what would be the hilarious take is, like, he runs down the dark hall, and it is, like, this fucking flame-ridden, huge, behorned, fucking 11 needle tooths on fucking, every square inch of mouth,
Yeah.
fucking demon, and this little kid, like, just holding up mac and cheese.
He's like, I don't like Velveeta.
I ate earlier.
You
It's
know,
all
I'm
good, kid.
lactose intolerant. I
mean,
will shit my pants in your
is that
hallway.
Stouffer's?
Is that
Stouffer's, the good stuff.
Yeah.
What's this craft bullshit?
Yeah, Jesus.
So, I mean, that aside, the idea of running down a hall because you clearly see something you think you recognize, you're not faking
And the
it,
kid was trying to feed it, so he wasn't scared.
and then runs back, it's like, oh, you might be hungry,
Yeah.
reaches up, and nothing happens. So I continue my writing. The moment seemed both creepy and endearing, but it didn't stop there. Quote, "Just a few months ago, we had a few more experiences with the nightlight and him playing and talking instead of falling asleep, or standing in his room trying to hand toys to nothing and talking to no one. But it only lasted a week or two, and everything's back to normal now." Here's a little twist. The father added what may be considered a bittersweet note to the account when he wrote, "He has a paternal brother who died over a decade ago. So when weird stuff like this happens, we just tell ourselves it's him paying his little brother a visit." Him being the older son who passed away.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah. So, nothing. Dead kid makes everyone sad. We
Yeah.
acknowledge that.
Yeah, no, we're
Table
all
that.
fucking bummed. All right.
That's fine.
You're right. That was kind of endearing, though. It's
But,
like,
I
it's a
mean,
bummer, but
I still love it to be this hellified demon that's just this kid's buddy for whatever
Yeah,
reason.
just
oh,
hanging out.
100%.
Like not trying to
yeah.
hurt the kid, not doing anything.
No.
Just like, no, man, I ate 3 souls earlier. I'm good. you eat your mac and cheese. You got to grow. You know.
Yeah. All right.
But the idea of it being his big brother is sort
Yeah,
of
I mean,
sweet in a
it's,
sad way.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a fucking
Yeah.
total bummer.
Yeah. It's a little bummer. I when I read that, I almost didn't include that because up until then, it's such a good account. And then you read that and you're like, oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
damn it.
It's a dick kicker, but,
Very
we
well.
don't lie. We come complete with the Cryptonaut podcast.
Yeah, and I mean, it is endearing.
Yeah.
It is, sad and adorable at the same time.
One can only hope that the thing in the dark is as benevolent as a big brother who is now dwelling on another plane of existence. But according to many paranormal researchers and particularly demonologists who, granted, have an axe to grind, there's just as much reason to be afraid that it's something much more dangerous donning the disguise of something that would appeal to a child. So, yeah, there's that too.
Yeah.
There's the flip side that no matter what it is, big brother, weird demon, fucking cute, fucking, I don't know, koala bear thing.
It's how they get you, man.
That's how they get you.
It's how they get you.
Yeah. Our final account comes to us from the great humanoid chronicler Albert Rosales and is the strangest of the bunch, showing us that behind the veil of our perceptions, reality might be a much more bizarre and infinitely more dangerous spectacle than we realize. The case in question involved a man and his psychic friend who had a wild and frightening experience in Cleveland, Ohio on January 12, 2008. Here is Rosales' report. A man and a female friend were traveling through town when the woman suddenly told him to stop the car. The woman, named Alicia, had always been a sort of medium for spirits. Shocked, the man watched as she stared blankly for about 30 seconds until she told him to hold her hand. As he held her hand, he felt like he had slipped into a sort of dreamlike world. He looked at a nearby tree and saw a small, blue, childlike figure falling down from the tree. The figure stood up and began moving his hand in a circle and pointed at the man. The witness could feel a burning sensation on his forehead. Suddenly, he snapped out of the dreamlike state and then felt a small bump on his forehead. A couple of weeks later, he found a Y-shaped vein that was popping out of his forehead. It eventually became a V-shaped vein and apparently is still on the witness's forehead. End quote. What the fuck?
I
What?
didn't even know.
What?
He slipped into Avatar.
Yeah, and your psychic friend sucks. Don't hang out with her.
Yeah, that's not cool.
No.
A little forewarning, like grab my hand. You're like,
For what?
I mean, did she need to squeeze something because she's trying to rip a good fart? Is she nervous? Whatever her fucking reasons for fucking wanting to grip him, fine, you're a friend. But if it's to take you into the nether version, the underground version of our normal workaday reality, where kids of a blue pigmentation just drop out of trees and then cast a spell on your fucking forehead.
Yeah, give you a weird V. Yeah.
And who wants a V fucking on their forehead forever?
Yeah. Huh.
That's fucking weird. And it's a curse. I mean, clearly it's something. Or it's a blessing. I mean, honestly, I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I
the
don't
kid
know, man.
makes the circle symbol
Right.
and fucking throws it at the dude's forehead. What was that weird movie where they made this circle symbol to indicate? I don't know.
Mars Attacks?
Yes, thank you.
Where they're like this.
I knew it was a cheesy alien
He's
movie,
like,
but I
"It's the
couldn't
donut."
remember.
And then they do it. They like release
Thank
the
you.
doves. Like
Okay,
and they
I didn't know
fucking-
you thought. I thought you were talking about Arrival for a second because those were circles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That true.
Oh, yeah?
A much more serious film, but no, I was definitely talking about Mars Attacks, a film that, for all its flaws, I inexplicably still like.
I love that movie.
It's just over the top and stupid.
I
And
do
the
too.
older it gets, the more the stupid feels right.
Pierce Brosnan is awesome in it.
I walked out of
it
that
has to be
theater
stupid.
being disappointed
Oh my god, really?
because I really wanted it to
loved
be stop motion. It wasn't. The CGI did not look stop motion-y. The homages to 50s horror films weren't really
Oh, it was
that
so much
clever.
fun.
All of the actors were sort of subpar in their usage, not in their quality of acting. Like, a lot of it doesn't work.
Was it Pierce Brosnan?
It was definitely Pierce
It was,
Brosnan,
yeah,
Michael
yeah.
J. Fox, and Sarah Jessica Parker,
Yeah,
and of course
all kinds of
Jack
people were in
Nicholson in
that
dual
movie.
roles, Annette Bening. You go on and on. Danny
Yeah.
DeVito, fucking oh my god, one of my favorite actors.
DeVito, that's right. Jack Black?
Jim Brown, fucking crazy. Yes,
Syracuse
he's great.
alumni.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dirty Dozen.
Yeah, awesome.
Slams, fucking Black Gun, fucking on and on. He made so many good movies, but he had a great cameo in that with Pam Grier, played her husband.
Yes, that's right.
Another
Pam Grier was in
fantastic
there.
actress.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
yeah, no, the cast is great. Its flaws actually make it better in the long run. Had it been a good movie for its time, it's hard to make a good campy movie to begin with.
Yeah.
it would actually feel weirder and more antiquated.
Right.
I wish it had been set in the 50s. I wish he had done a lot of different things. I wish it had been more of a Tim Burton film, because that's back when he still made movies and not just weird remakes. I don't know what he's doing now. I mean, the Wednesday Show was all right, pretty good, I guess. But fucking for the most part, Tim Burton has lost all of his veneer for me.
I mean, I think
Like any of the greatness I
he
felt.
might be doing the new Beetlejuice movie, I think.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to go. I will pay to see it. And if it's good,
I love Michael Keaton.
full credit.
I fucking love Michael Keaton.
Absolutely. So, boy, that was a fucking digression.
Dude, Mars Attacks, dog, when it comes up, it comes up.
Fuck yeah.
And Jack
Dude, I even
Nicholson.
got that shitty like paperback making of with all the pictures and like
Oh, yeah.
stupid hype and like, ooh, and Billy Brown drew the guns or something. I'm like,
Dude.
love it. I'm going to own every book about you. Why do I give a fuck?
Because it's awesome.
I give a fuck because I love bad movies.
Exactly.
This little blue kid, I'm getting back to the point. This little blue kid does the circle symbol, points at you. You feel a burning in your head. You get a lump. It turns into a permanent veiny like. Maybe it's an implant.
Your relationship with your psychic friend is ruined.
Maybe.
You can never trust her again.
I mean, if he gets like preternatural ability to encounter
if
these
you
things,
turn into Dr. Manhattan, cool.
of course, that's the first thing you
If you
think
fucking
of.
grow wings, dope.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know.
There's a
That's
lot of
awkward. I wouldn't want
aftermath
wings.
I want to know about
Yes,
this.
Yeah.
exactly.
Me too.
That you will never get.
Did you get adamantium claws?
Oh,
Oh,
that would be
there
dope.
you go.
So, I mean, this might have been better off in just a what the fuck files pod.
It's Albert Rosales. He's our dude.
He is great.
He is.
Love him.
He is fucking fantastic. But this involves a crazy ass blue kid that permanently changes
It's a weird little kid.
your facial features.
Yeah. Well,
And maybe not for
guess
the better, but maybe it is for the
be
good.
happy that that's all that happened, I suppose.
Maybe he got away. Maybe he dodged a bullet.
Maybe. You never know.
All right, we're going to finish this up and then we can just break this down.
All right.
What exactly happened or why is open to speculation. But what is clear from this cavalcade of accounts is that children are a prominent force in paranormal events, both as the recipients and sometimes victims, but also as the catalysts and occasionally the aggressors. It is this complex array of factors that reminds us that, regardless of appearance, we should never simply assume something or someone is safe, as even the deadliest of predators may come in the most innocent of guises.
Oh, Creepy Kids Volume 1. I'm sorry, Creepy Kid Tales Volume 1. And Rob, you ended it on a very ominous note.
Well, I
It
mean,
was all happy fun ghost time. Now it's like they're going to eat your face and murder your whole family.
all right.
Yep.
Well, all right.
Carnage comes next.
Yeah, mass murder of your family.
You know me. People love the gentle giant of Bigfoot, and I'm like, that motherfucker's looking to rip your limbs off. People love fairies, and I can go either way because I can go dark or happy. If somebody hates something, I'm like, oh, come on,
Right.
come
right.
on, give it the benefit of the doubt. So you know me, I'm a little bit of a crypto contrarian.
Okay, and I guess with kids, it's even creepier because obviously they're children. So you don't want them to be scared or unsettled or upset or anything. But when they're kind of talking about like, there's dead people, kind of like it's normal. You're like, I'm lucky. I have my own 2 children. I have nieces and nephews and everything. Plenty of kids. Not a single one of them. Nothing weird. No weird talking to shit. Nothing.
Thank God.
Everything's
Right.
fucking straight and narrow.
Because
problem.
even though, and legitimately so, the first instinct is to get psychological help, and ought to be. Go to see the doctors. Take all the traditional routes. If kids are like seeing truly disturbing things and it's affecting their lives.
If they're not like playing some, thing.
But even, if you exhaust all those factors and there's a possibility that something truly, supernatural, paranormal, in the classic definition, like just beyond the pale of science, is occurring, then you can end up in a situation where you're not only ostracized, marginalized, you feel like you're insane, other people treat you like that.
Right.
And it's really good to be there to protect those kids, because some kids I think are really seeing dead people. I mean, the sixth sense factor is a genuine one. I've encountered it in my life, granted from a distance, not a kid that I'm an uncle to or whatever and close to, but enough so that you can see how it affects the kid and the parents, and it's very hard.
Yeah,
I've read about tons and tons of them, so it really does seem, I don't think it's universal. I don't think just because kids are those wide open and innocent things for a certain amount of time, and you see kids get jaded younger and younger, I don't think that means they all see dead people. They all see demons.
Right.
They all run into fucking Sam the Sandown fucking ghost clowns and shit like that.
Right.
But some of them do, and some of them are open to it. And these kids need protection just as much as kids suffering from mental illness or anything else.
I almost wonder if, like, with kids like that, where like they see shit like that when they're a kid, like, are they more susceptible, like, as they get older, to being like, I don't know, like, not a psychic and something like is it something that continues on in their lives, or does it stop at a certain point? Like you hit puberty, your voice cracks, and you're like, oh, I don't see ghosts anymore. Like, or does it continue on further down?
That's an excellent question, because
do we know psychics?
We do, but I will say this.
Oh, we do. That's right. Shit.
I will absolutely say this. There's a lot of accounts you read where, and they reached a certain age, and they stop talking about seeing ghosts, or they stop talking about their past life that where they died in a fire in Minnesota or whatever. And so it seems like some of these things kids just grow out of, like you're saying, the Pete Brady cracked voice gambit. They just grow up.
Oh, geez.
But I also think for some of these kids, it's sort of like if you're born with like musical talent or art talent. You can use it. People can look at you and go, oh shit, man, you could do something if you want to do something with it, and then you choose to practice the instrument or use the pencil or whatever the fuck it is. Continue
the Ouija board.
You're pliable as a kid. Well, do you work really hard at being a gymnast or not? It's the difference between. So I'm thinking, if you have these abilities young, I think you could work them if there was a means, and I don't know what means they would be. I don't know who's out there mentoring young psychic kids.
Yeah, man.
Well,
yeah,
that's the thing.
Like, this is like the dark Jedi temple.
Well, not necessarily.
Where they come talk to demons.
I think it would be super healthy if, once you've ruled out any, psychological or neurological factors, and it's still there, find somebody who's experienced this, who's been down this road before. Find your Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting. Tell you it's not your fault and fucking help you become a scanner when you grow up.
Yeah.
Want to blow up brains, kids?
Yeah.
No, but seriously, help for these kids would be a good thing.
And of course, obviously, skeptically speaking, this could just be kids being kids and just,
You mean the whimsy?
The whimsy, yes. Oh, I didn't even bring it up. My forthcoming book going on tour this summer.
I heard it's going in paperback.
And hardcover and audiobook read by Chris.
Of course.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no, his voice is rich and lovely.
The whimsy of a child.
I was only hurt maybe for 2-3 weeks when you didn't ask me.
Wow. But you're my autobiographer.
I know, but the thing is, Chris really did it. He did it. He nailed it.
Yeah.
You're gonna write all my shit for me. So there you go.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not even gonna get ghostwriter credit.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all.
Pay me in beer and fucking cheeseburgers.
Yeah, so maybe that, I guess that's the thing too. But it is, like you said,
sure.
you've experienced it in real life.
Yes.
Where you've had interactions
like kids
with
crying,
a kid
kids sad, parents really worried, not being able to go into public bathrooms because for some reason, at least in his experience, not outing anybody, like that's where the dead linger or people die. I mean, I guess a lot of people die in shitting. It's not just Elvis.
Right.
And so he always needed to be accompanied. He was always terrified.
Yeah, I feel fucking terrible for that.
And of course they went through the medical, psychological.
You have to,
institutions.
Just to be, talk to a doctor to do whatever just to make sure everything's okay.
Then he would know things about certain people and relatives of strangers that he could not possibly know, that tended to corroborate the fact that, he is speaking knowledgeably about someone who is gone that he could not possibly have read about, heard about, or had contact with. So those, and that's, that's independent evidence, and that needs to be taken in.
So there skeptically we could say that, but you've experienced it, and there are obviously hundreds, thousands of accounts, millions.
Oh my God! Well, maybe not that, but close.
Kids experiencing this type of stuff,
and these are more obviously in tune with the Cryptonaut podcast,
right?
A little weirder. Double faced, no eyes, oh my God, you have eyes, 7 things on the ceiling, and crazy fucking blue kid at the end.
You do mention, if you're talking about ghosts or interdimensional beings or whatever, I mean, I dare say maybe we should not be ruling out, extraterrestrials.
That's a really good point.
You never know, man. Aliens communicating with kids is definitely a possibility, especially, I know it's controversial, if you want to go with the whole, they're projecting psychically into your mind. I mean, anyone that could happen to anybody.
Well, especially in those cases, and I specifically didn't include any of them because it's just a little, I hate to say it, pedestrian. It's not pedestrian if it happens to you, but the stories of like grandma died And for 2 weeks, Billy was saying, "Oh, Grandma's with me at school. She's hanging out,
Right,
or you're best friends with fucking Uncle, Jethro, and he's fucking doing some crazy shit, and he died 17 years before
Good old Uncle Jethro.
Yeah, old Uncle Jethro. We've all got one. Let's not pretend.
Going through your name, fucking world next, you're like, Tall Jethro Tall.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Yeah, no,
go.
I mean, my name archive is shaky,
fucking Uncle Aqualung.
as anyone who listens to Patreon knows. So,
That's awesome.
So yeah. That stuff is exciting and weird and maybe even scary if it happens to you in real life. But to read about it is less thrilling. That makes more sense. It's a family member. They would care about you. You cared about them. You had a relationship in life. It has continued for a certain amount of time, and you happen to be the most psychically available, for lack of a better term, member of your family, and you are experiencing this.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's corroborated with interesting evidence of shit you couldn't know, and sometimes not. But these things, like the blue kid, definitely could be an alien. The things that are constantly on the fucking ceiling, though.
The first group that we did there with the ceilings and the eyes. The kid in the ceilings. Like,
that doesn't strike me as simply ghosts.
No, not necessarily.
Like you don't lose your eyes when you're dead.
Yeah, but I don't know, man.
But like shadow people-y type things.
Yeah, like
which I've always thought it's fascinating. It's so big. That's why we haven't tackled it yet. But I mean, someday we probably will. But that to me always struck me just from a gut level as interdimensional. Like you are a sentient humanoid thing. If not, interdimensional is strong. Like, or maybe a part of reality that we can't see. I mean, I've read about it. We all know I can't like actually cite the details, but the amount of the light spectrum we can see, the amount of the sound spectrum we can hear is so fucking minute, so ridiculously minute. I mean, they always say, oh, like, dogs can see this much and elephants can hear this much more and whales can sing this much louder or whatever. But even take it off the spectrum of just animals, like what we can measure scientifically, huge. Than what we can't measure scientifically, because there's a huge part of the spectrum that we have not built the technology.
Yeah.
So reality itself is fucking massive. And maybe occasionally through either brain chemistry or a mutation or a little genetic mistake, something happens where an individual can just see a little deeper, pierce the veil, as we like to say. And it's not necessarily another world or another dimension. It's just a level of reality that we don't interact with. And maybe they don't interact with us. Maybe we are as much a paranormal phenomenon to a shadow person. If a shadow person claims to see like flesh bags and t-shirts, they probably get laughed at on their home fucking world.
If they see us as shadow people, but we see them as shadow people.
Also a possibility.
Like Nicole Kidman and the others, dude.
Where they were,
don't
spoil it. Oh, you spoiled it.
spoiler.
The movie sucked. But
Yeah, it was not a great.
I
paid to see it in the
It
theater.
was
dude,
fun.
for what was the most obvious thing coming.
I didn't see it coming.
I spent 2 fucking hours with that family. I'm like, I know you're fucking dead.
I didn't know that they were dead. I
Yes,
thought they were
you
haunted.
did.
I thought they were haunted.
God damn it.
I'm just whatever, man.
All right, so like them.
They're haunted.
maybe ghosts are haunted by the living. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, maybe, man. It could be. You never know.
I mean, why not?
I mean, that's my theme.
How awesome would it be if we're the monsters for a whole spectrum of Earth's reality that we just don't know about?
Imagine that, and then they're like interacting with our kids, and they're like, "Man, there's this weird little fucking tiny dude telling me to eat macaroni and cheese. It was weird."
Yeah,
You're
if they run into like
bizarre,
a group
dude.
of preschoolers talking shit, and that's their version of elves. They're like, they didn't make any sense. They were talking gibberish. They were running around. I didn't give fucks.
I was hanging out, just doing whatever. Next thing I know, there's some kid near a rope yelling at me.
They were holding these things, making symbols. It was just like chalk. They were
right.
Yeah, exactly. Arcane symbols.
Exactly.
And
what was it?
And they had a magic stick in their hands, and it just produced colors on the floor and the walls. Who knew?
Man.
It's like it's chalk. Dude.
Yeah.
Just fucking chalk.
Dude,
if you can fucking like slip into another dimension when you're on fucking too much MDMA or fucking you're doing ecstasy at a rave and all aliens get to see of you or other versions of intelligent life forms on this planet are rave kids from the 90s for a brief window, you would definitely think you were being invaded by fucking aliens who like to fucking party.
Yeah.
Or elves. Again, what are they known for? What are fairies known for besides stealing babies and fucking shit up and working hard in mines? If you're dwarves and gnomes, you're known to party. You want to eat fucking food. You want to drink heavily. They take you away
cool
for
weapons.
10 minutes. You're gone for 6 years.
Yeah.
And they like to rock.
We had that whole Patreon where the guy was getting chased around the different fairy forts, remember? And he
And it
was
was-
like, don't drink the drink.
Only magic that saved
Yeah,
him
don't
and
eat
his
the bread.
buddy's dedication.
Well, there it is, man. Creepy Kid Tales Volume 1. Oh, you creepy kids out there. You know what? I don't know, maybe find help. Or just,
I hope so.
You know, I hope they find help.
I hope that
And I hope that they're
they
not too
don't.
scared and scarred.
I hope they don't feel like they
True.
need help first.
Well, it's true.
Because no
You
matter
don't
how
wanna-
weird your world is, if you feel good with it, then you win.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if shit gets weird, you kind of want to you don't want your kids freaking the fuck out.
But
you
I'm
know?
I'm with you definitely in that kids that are scared, kids that feel vulnerable. If you know them, you just be there for them the best you can.
That's all you can do, man.
And if you're a
Just
parent-
fucking show the fuck up.
Get them all the legitimate help
Sage,
this world.
dude.
No, well, yeah, get your sage done.
Sage.
Take them to a doctor. Do all the things you can do to help them, and just be there for them. You know, I mean that goes for anything a kid's going through.
Yeah, no, there it is. Cryptonaut Podcast. We did it. Patreon, Robert. We got some shout outs to do over there.
It's just those saintly
the old
fuckers.
Patreon.com/Cryptonaut Podcast.
Bless their hearts.
Yes, indeed.
Jacob Tykowski,
Thank you, Jacob.
the hate tank.
I love that one.
fucking hate
I'm
tank.
like, the fucking hate tank rules, dude.
That is awesome.
I love it.
Beanie138. I hope she's a Misfits fan, or he's a Misfits fan.
Beanie138. Thank you so much.
Swoop, swoop.
What up, Swoop Swoop?
Carolyn Farrow.
Thank you, Carolyn.
King Kaiju.
Oh, I love it, King Kaiju.
You're in good company.
Nice.
Kareen.
Thank you, Kareen.
Simon Meyer.
Thank you so much, Simon.
Elaine.
What up, Elaine?
And rounding it out, last but certainly not least, Win Bem.
Wim Bem.
I think
I
I'm
love
pronouncing it right.
Thank you so much. No, that's
Looks right. Winbam.
fucking
Yeah.
awesome, man. I
Winbam.
love it. And again, you can support us over there, patreon.com/Cryptonaut Podcast. We got some Patreon videos up there, folks. You can watch us do the pod.
Too pretty for the internet, they said. We proved them wrong.
Yeah. it's,
Well.
it's super fun. It's
We
super
have
fun.
our little corner.
Yeah. We have a thing where people still are like, oh, is that what you guys look like? And we're like, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. We put
Yeah.
our pictures online so you wouldn't be scared.
Yeah, I mean, we're out there. You can see.
Jeez
who we
Louise.
Are, but
Come on.
can-
I think matching the voices is what people get fucked up.
I know, and a lot of people. There's a lot of people I've just heard, and you instantly
same.
evoke an image almost never accurate.
Yeah, no, same.
Yeah.
But there we are. You can all check that out over there. The Instas and the Twitters and the Facebook socials and the medias. TikTok might be banned. We're not sure, but it doesn't matter because we're not on TikTok.
Oh, we're
Yes.
off it now.
We
never were.
been on
I was
Twitter.
thinking about former Twitter. My bad.
My son.
My bad.
We are on Twitter /X, whatever. I'm there. I check the mentions occasionally, but I don't really do much over there. But the Instagrams is where we hang out. So hit us up on the grams. Do that over there.
The grams.
And we got the merch at Boo Boy Heller Space.
Yeah, dude.
Public forgot about it. Couldn't figure out.
I knew
damn,
you'd get there.
But damn vanity URL hellerspace.com. Public always check that out for sales. And of course we have cryptonautmerch.com for the crowd made exclusives there. And oh, we got a big thank you to do. Tyler Spencer. You can find Tyler on Instagram at Tyler_Spencer_design. Again, that is the Instagram. You can go to his website, which is at TylerSpencerDesign.com. We will post the pictures of this up on the Instagram.
It is
He did
so fucking
the
cool.
Yeah, it's really
coolest
cool.
fucking version of Us as the Goonies,
Oh my god.
basically. And it's so, dude. When we opened the box, I don't think Chris was here yet, and it's like Robin up in the box. I'm like, holy shit! Look at this. It was.
It's an
awesome,
incredible
dude.
illustration, on wood, on laminated wood that
It's
it's
so
now hanging in our video
cool.
studio and
Yeah,
looks
it's
great.
That's why, because we open it on Wednesday, right? And because I was fucking working the videos in there, and you guys open it up, and we just put it right up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Because I got it on Wednesday. That's right. That's
You
right.
guys, you gotta look at this. I'm like, I gotta.
Oh yeah,
stop
Chris is
first.
getting
Hold on.
stuff up. I'm like, no, dude, you gotta fucking check this out. It's fucking dope. Which actually is funny because we replaced one of his other art pieces
With
on the
that.
wall, which is his other art piece here.
And that one that's hanging right here in the audio
great
studio.
Pumpkin is right there.
Yeah,
so-
that's awesome too.
So yeah, Tyler, thank you so much. Holy shit! I sent him a DM on Instagram. It's so awesome. It's fucking
and he
so
gave us
cool.
each a flask.
We got flasks.
Oh,
There was
yeah.
stickers.
Man,
There's all
just
kind
all
there's
kinds
prints?
of dope stuff.
a whole bunch of prints, whole bunch of cookies.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was the gift.
Those
It was
cookies
the
are
box
gone.
that was like,
Those cookies are gone. Is that what you said?
Oh,
Those cookies are
completely.
gone.
it was the
Gone.
anti-Pandora's box.
Oh,
it
you
was
did.
nothing but joy, and it kept coming.
Yeah, dude, it was so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And again, check Tyler's work out on Instagram, also TylerSpencerDesign.com, where he has like his shop all together, and it's so cool. He's got similar stuff. Oh, those candles right there. We mentioned this the last time we shouted him out. Those are Tyler Spencer's.
Holy fuck, dude.
The super cool Jason
Your
stuff.
presence is here.
Yeah,
you are haunting the studio.
You are in the studio with us, man. You're just here doing it. And yeah, it's so awesome. We love when people send us gifts. And we have so many cool listeners out there that are artists, and they do so much fucking dope work. And it's so cool when you guys make us stuff. It's so cool. And I got to take pictures and show my kids, and they're like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Exactly, that's me. It's art." And they're like, "People like you." I'm like, "Some people do, other people don't, but some people do.
People do.
People do.
Some people do like us." So
It happens.
yeah, it is.
It's impossible not to love you too.
Nah, there it is. But thank you again so very much, Tyler. We appreciate that. And that's it. That's our show. Come back next week. Maybe not more spooky children. Maybe
I guarantee you it won't be.
Okay,
that's the beauty of like it would have been a part thing.
Okay.
This was a random collection of shit that we made many themes for.
Yeah, dude.
Creepy
Eyeballs,
kids,
ceilings. There you go.
ceilings,
Creepy
eyeballs,
kids.
lack thereof.
Yeah.
And it was fun and it's interesting. But this really cannot have an umbrella other than that aspect. It was a lot of crazy shit put together, and that was fun. And I like to do this every now and again because eventually. I really get great joy out of like putting a little tick on all the shit we do. It's like, yeah, I finally got you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
We talked about you. So there's tons of other shit, and I already have next week's planned.
Oh, really?
It's very exciting.
Are you working ahead like I do?
No. Yes.
Oh.
I always work ahead, dude. I'm always working on stories. I always have research ready to go. And then I do all the final creation on the final day, which is, why I'm late so often.
It's okay. You had a bunch of stuff going on. I was going to give you demerits, but you know what? I didn't. I rescinded the demerits. I said, Robert,
You
45 minutes late, possible demerits. I said, you know what? It's a Monday, and my heart is feeling full today.
Oh,
I'm going to take back the demerit.
thank you.
Yeah.
You're so sweet.
We're going to learn to love again.
Thank you for that, too.
Take these broken wings and learn to fly.
Take these broken.
Learn to fly.
what-
Wasn't
what-
it?
Yeah. Learn to
Yeah.
live so free.
Yeah, exactly.
there it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
there we are.
Watch
That's what
sing.
we're.
Book
That's
of
what
Love,
we're.
Love, and Out. And let us in.
That's what we're doing.
I don't know all the
dude.
words except I do.
Fucking Book of Love, dog.
I mean, it was on MTV all the time.
Oh my
It was
God,
on the
yeah.
radio
Right.
all the time.
Right.
Fucking
And
Mister.
take these broken wings and don't give Rob demerits. He like,
'Cause
fucking
he's
deserves it,
the
but I won't
king.
do it.
Now, listen, I did deserve it, but I thank you so much.
No, it happens, man.
Because
It's all
it would have
good.
given me a total eclipse of the heart had you given me the demerits.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
There it is.
Wow. All right.
Enough.
Well, boys.
Enough with the song.
Thank you all so very much. And I think we're alone now. Goodbye.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I just fucking Tiffany'd you into a
You
corner.
really did. I'm not even going to use the... I'm
Running
not, you know
just
what?
as fast as we can.
Because I love you, I'm not going to use the Debbie Gibson deflection, which we all know is the only way to
You
get
mean
rid of the Tiffany assault.
Deborah Gibson?
Yes.
Deborah, when she
Deborah Gibson.
did I want to
Deborah
destroy you with the
Gibson.
circle jerks? Yeah, she did. It was cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Deborah Gibson fucking rocks, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and Tiffany rules too.
Sure.
There it is.
Big fan.
Goodbye.
Bye.
See ya.